He promised to marry me when he comes back from abroad. The morning after I heard the rumor, I woke up before dawn. My heart beat like a drum, my hands could not stay still. I washed quickly, tied my best lapper, and braided my hair neatly. I told my mother, "Ma, I am going to the big town market today. Maybe I will see him." She only looked at me with worried eyes and said, "My daughter, prepare your heart. Not every return brings joy." When I reached town, the air was full of noise, traders shouting, goats bleating, women haggling over prices. But my eyes searched for only one face. Then, I saw him. Kaba stood by a big jeep, wearing dark glasses and a fine suit that looked expensive. His skin glowed, his steps carried the confidence of a man who had seen the world. People gathered around him, greeting him like a king who had come back from war. For a moment, I just stood frozen. The Kaba I remembered was a simple village boy in a faded shirt. The Kaba before me looked like someone I could barely recognize. But when our eyes met, I felt the old fire rise inside me. I smiled and whispered, "Thank you, God." He kept his promise. I walked forward slowly, my heart dancing. "Kaba," I called softly. He turned, and his eyes rested on me. For a moment, silence fell between us. Then, with a stiff smile, he said, "Fotu, it's been long." His voice was cold, like water from a well at midnight. Not the warm voice that once promised me forever. I tried to hug him, but he stepped back slightly. My heart cracked. "Kaba, you are back at last. I waited for you, just like you said. Do you remember?" He removed his glasses and looked at me, his eyes scanning from my worn slippers to my simple wrapper. "Fotu, life has changed. I have seen many things abroad. We were young then. Those were children's promises." The ground shook beneath my feet. My ears rang. "Children's promises." I whispered. "Kaba, you told me I would be your wife. You wrote letters. I kept them all. I refused other men because of you." His face was calm, almost proud. "I didn't lie, Fotu. But look at me now. I move in different circles. I cannot live that same village life anymore. You belong here. I belong elsewhere." Before I could answer, a young woman walked up to him. She wore a short dress, high heels, and gold jewelry that sparkled in the sun. She placed her hand boldly on Kaba's arm. "Kaba, are you ready?" "Let's go," she said with a smile. He nodded, then glanced at me one last time. "Fotu, I wish you well. Take care of yourself." Then he entered the jeep with her and drove away, leaving me standing there, with the dust rising in my face and my tears falling into the earth. When I returned home, the village was already buzzing. Some people whispered with pity, others laughed behind my back. "Didn't we say so? The man has forgotten her. She wasted all her youth on him. See how foolish love can make a woman." My mother held me that night as I cried. Her words were soft but heavy. "My daughter, sometimes a man's promise is like smoke, it rises, but the wind blows it away. But God never fails." Weeks passed. My heart remained broken, but I worked hard on the farm, trying to hide my pain. Then, one afternoon, a stranger came to the village. He was tall, light-skinned, and spoke with a gentle accent. They said he had come from America, looking for land and peace away from the city noise. Our eyes met in the marketplace when I was selling cassava. Unlike Kaba, he looked at me not with pride or pity, but with respect. He bought from me, and the next day, he returned again. Slowly, he began to visit more, asking about my mother, helping me carry heavy loads, sitting under the mango tree to listen to my stories. People whispered again, but this time in surprise, "Who is this stranger always following Fotu? He looks serious. Maybe her fortune is about to change." And just when I thought my heart had died forever, God began to show me that broken promises do not end a woman's destiny. Sometimes, rejection is the door to something greater. To be continued.